Game one, they were pulling it out of the net every time down the floor.
Eric Bledsoe finishes it off there. He had 21. Milwaukee finishes off the game with a 21-point win, so they have yet to lose 2 straight at home on the entire season. Also +9 on the boards tonight as the Celtics lose their first game of the postseason. Let's get you to Milwaukee. Brad Stevens at the microphone.
Paul Flannery, SB Nation. Brad, where did this get away from you guys in the third quarter? How did it get away from you?
Well, I thought they dominated a lot of the first half, and we were lucky to be down 4. I thought that they owned their space on both ends of the court better than we did, and I thought that our reaction to that was to settle on offense, and it led to some runouts, and then it just steamrolled on us. But they were great tonight. They deserved to win. And we need to look at what we can do better. But, we knew that they were going to be really good tonight. We talked about matching their urgency and beating their urgency, but we didn't do that. Even in the first half, you could see, we were lucky to be where we were, I thought.
Kyrie obviously seemed to have some trouble tonight. I know he's not feeling 100%, but were you surprised, I guess, with what you saw out of him energy-wise and just kind of the way he played tonight?
I have to go back and look at it all. I'm more focused on our team as a whole, and I just didn't think we as a team were very good. Again, I want to go back and just credit them. I thought they played great, and they played tough, physical, got into us up and down the court, played on top of us. No different than what they've been doing all year. But as Bud said, the last couple of days they just wanted to do it harder and better, and they did.
Brad, Boston Sports Show. Brad, Chris Middleton, obviously huge game for everybody in the Arc. He's been really good against you guys for the series. How tough is it, especially his pull-up ability, just to defend that?
We have to do it a lot better than we did it. It's tough. He's really good. He's an all-star. He's one of the 12 best players in the East this year, and has had a good year. And he started that in the playoffs last year against us, I thought. But we have to do a better job on him. We did not do a good enough job on him all the way down the line. And he still might make it, but we have to do, he got too many looks where it was too open.
Brett, John Corrales, MassLive.com. The three-point defense in general, it didn't seem as connected as it was in game one. There were a lot of undisciplined closeouts and flying out at shooters. What led to that?
Good question, John. Good observation too. We weren't very good on either end, but I do think that our offensive settling and some of the shots that we forced probably steamrolled on us in a lot of ways. And so hopefully we can be better at getting better shots, getting able to set our defense so we're not scrambling the whole time, and then just doing a better job of really flying around and being into airspace. I thought there were moments where we did it really well, and there were moments where we didn't. And some guys, I go back, I think Morris has played 2 great games. That's a good example of a guy that I think is really doing it pretty consistently. And I could go through the tape and pick out 10 good ones of each guy, and probably some that we need to get better with.
Eric named The Athletic. Brad, that's the most the Bucks have switched in a game for pretty much the entire season. Did you feel like they were connected and able to do it? Just because a lot of times when teams aren't able to.
Yeah, they've got the guys that can do that. They did it last year a lot, so that's an easy thing for them to adjust to. And I thought they did a really good job of it. Basically Giannis and Smaller were doing that. They even switched Mirotic a little bit, switched Ilyasova a little bit, but and kept Lopez as a protector, and that's where they've been great all year. They have a lot of versatility. They have a lot of defensive versatility, and game one was not going to repeat itself. And so they did a good job of, again, owning the space on both ends of the court. They put us where they wanted to when they were on defense, and when they were on offense, they took us where they wanted to.
Tom Holtz, Wisconsin State Journal. You frustrated Giannis a lot Sunday. What did you do differently against your defense today? Anything?
Went downhill. That's what he does. I mean, he hit a couple of threes again. What is he? 5 for 8 or 9 on the series, I think, shooting threes. But but at the end of the day, what he does is he goes downhill, and he got to the foul line, made a couple of those that he missed the other day. I said it this morning. If we could guard him the exact same way for 7 straight games, and he's not going to go 7 for 21 very often. He's an MVP, right? So ultimately, guys like that are going to score some, but we got to do a better job on everybody else.
Kane Pittman with the pick and roll. Brad, Jason Tatum. He's only got 9 points through the first 2 games. How are you seeing his aggressiveness, I guess, offensively, and how are you able to get him going?
Yeah, so like I said earlier, my focus is on all of us, and we all have to be better. There's some things that each guy can do better, some things that each guy needs to bring to the table, and we need to make sure that we're all clicking when Friday night starts. Thanks.